Welcome to Film Bluffs, a place for free-range, non-GMO, dog water opinions. So come on in, take a seat, and let's make fun of the kid with no internet. And I think the music has faded in, which is a good thing, because that means we can start the episode.
You bet.
How are we doing tonight, everybody? I'm your host, Jobe. Go ahead, Marshall.
No, you go first.
Oh, shit.
Hi, I'm Marshall.
No, you're Trace.
Hi, I'm Jobe.
No, you're Trace.
I'm running out of people. Hey, how's it going? I'm Brownie.
Oh, man, I didn't know you were going to be on for this episode.
It's my character.
I'm Marshall, and this week we watched the 2011 Three Musketeers with Logan Lerman and that cast.
All that
It's a delight. I love seeing the old gang back together, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and seeing them go on their wacky adventures as they go and save Minnie and what's her nuts? What's the fucking female
Daisy.
dog? It's not. Is it actually Daisy? It's save Daisy from Stinky Pete and Company. It's always just a great time to see what kind of wacky hijinks
now,
they get up to.
Marshall, I don't mean to interject, but it kind of sounds like you might have watched the Three Mouseketeers, dude.
And I forgot that existed, so to me, Marshall just going on a weird tangent.
No, I haven't watched the Three Musketeers in a long time, and for all the auditory listeners and not like viewing, this is where I'm like longingly gazing at the camera.
Can we tell Marshall to stop shaking his fucking table?
Hey, Marshall, how's it going?
Yeah, I didn't build this thing right. Alright? I built it with shoddy craftsmanship in mind.
We need to get some shocks on his.
Well, the way his camera's shaking, you would have thought this movie was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Who's that?
I'm just
movie we just
not gonna
watched.
touch
That's so really good.
Just not gonna touch my table and not gonna interact with the fans
it's okay.
at all.
It was only when you were laughing. So just
Maybe just
stay
I
straight
don't
face.
think you need 13 fans in one room.
Why not? They're all my fans. They're here to support me in my journey across British France, as we saw in this movie.
Wow.
You know,
What a segue.
What?
Also invented
thanks.
in France.
I don't think that's true.
I don't remember.
no, I don't think that's true.
Sounds
But yeah, Musketeers in this fictional reality live and operate in British France. It's called British France because it's French, but everyone has a British accent.
It's true.
Or American. We can honestly call it British American France. Honestly, we barely even mention France at all half the time, except that there's like Versailles and they say France a couple times. So we could just call it America British with a hint of French. Is that just me, or what do you guys think?
I just can't wait till we build Versailles in America. I think it's really
where's
cool.
the American Versailles?
I don't know. We'll have to build it.
Would you consider that? You wouldn't consider it the White House. It's not the White House.
The Pentagon.
It's not the same. No. So we don't have
really
I don't think.
House of Representatives.
Do we really need a whole building now? Can't it just all be done over Zoom?
Yeah, let's
It
tear down the
probably
buildings and resell them for more money.
Yeah, there we go.
And then we can start repaying our American debts.
Historical values or something. But I generally thought this movie was fun, full of action, a lot of fuck yeah moments. What did y'all think about this movie?
Do you want to go?
You can go, because
Okay.
I know how you feel about it, and you know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think this movie is it's great for people who like bad movies. You know, that's probably the target audience, I would say, for this kind of film.
And with that being said, for all its faults, I think this movie kicks ass.
Hold on, I'm just checking out some stats, doing some fucking mystical readings. Yeah, from what I've seen over the years, Jobe, you fucking love bad movies. So
Like what?
Hoodwinked.
I gave that one a 6.
That's
Still-
liking
still
it.
not
5 is
enough.
average. It's above average.
I mean, yeah, it is above average because unlike
So you
most
liked it,
movies, it was funny at least.
but that's liking it. I mean,
Alright.
I'm just saying.
It's not a bad
Chicken
movie.
Little. It's not.
I didn't. We
But you
haven't
liked
watched
it.
Chicken Little, and I.
Oh, but we've watched Chicken Little on our personal time.
Wait, so I'm confused. Are you calling Chicken Little a bad movie?
I'm saying it's objectively bad, but good in that it's a good movie to watch. It's
See,
one of those bad
for me-
good ones.
For me, Hoodwinked is bad because of, time and budget limitations. This movie is bad because everyone is...
Time and budget limitations.
No, it's because it's uninspired.
What do you mean it's uninspired?
It was actually
Imagine-
inspired by a book.
Yeah. First off, there's
What?
that.
Inspired
Second
by
off,
a
it's
book.
like, hey,
Let's say partial. It's inspired by a book.
the other thing is, right?
Yeah.
Every single person says, hey, you're going to do a movie based in France. They have to have a French accent. You know what's inspiration?
Accent.
Saying no French accents. They all are British here nowadays.
What?
Then it's like,
Name-
you know what? We got to have a shot of James Corden getting shit on in the face by a bird. And then give Logan Lerman a bad wig. And then have them fucking sword fight
it's
everybody. And then it's
extensions.
kick-ass.
Probably.
It's probably extensions, but it's not great.
It looks pretty shit.
It looks bad, but there's so many fun moments. You're just like, this is fun. This is a fun time.
Yeah.
You just sit back, kick your feet up, grab yourself some fucking popcorn, some licorice, some, I don't know, I think I had maybe some tamales, and then you just have a good time. Hold on, I gotta bear witness.
So speaking of fun moments, Trace, why don't you go ahead and walk us through?
I'll walk us through some
This
fun
movie.
moments, and that I'm going to tell you all about the movie, because it was all fun.
Oh, good one. That's a +1, Joe.
Let's go. Alrighty, well, let's see. This movie starts with a brief overview of the state of Europe in the mid-1600s. The Three Musketeers and Milady de Winter are making their way into a vault in Venice to steal schematics to an airship. After a daring escape, the Musketeers are betrayed by De Winter, who's now working with Duck. No, I didn't write that.
Dude, duck,
Goose.
quack, quack. All right,
She's
for
working.
Minnesota fans, duck, gray duck, I got
Nice.
you.
She's working with Duke of Buckingham. A year goes by and we meet D'Artagnan training with his father, and he's getting ready to become a musketeer just like his father before him. He leaves to find the Musketeers and gets himself into quite a bit of trouble before they're finding out that they are disbanded and have been for some time. Captain Rochefort puts him in his place once he gets to Paris, and then he starts accidentally running into and insulting each of the Three Musketeers along the way, challenging them all to a duel in the same place within an hour of each other. Before the first duel can occur, the guards arrive so that they can arrest them. The Musketeers watch D'Artagnan begin to fight off all of the guards because he wants to flirt with this really cute girl that's there. And they jump in and start to assist him. The guards are no match for the four of them, and they are called before the King of France, who reprimands them, in quotes, and orders that they get brand new outfits and a purse of gold for being bad. The Cardinal begins scheming with De Winter to pit France and England against each other in another war. After finding some fake letters planted by De Winter's, King Louis of France schedules a ball to confirm that his wife, the Queen, still has the diamond necklace that he gifted to her. The Queen finds out that the necklace has been stolen and enlists the Musketeers to retrieve it before the King can find out that she doesn't have them. The Musketeers escape the Cardinal's guards once more and travel to London to retrieve the necklace from Duke of Buckingham and De Winter. But Buckingham has no idea about the necklace, and he just assumes the Musketeers are here to settle the score between them. After some planning, the Musketeers steal Buckingham's airship and depart for Paris. However, Rochefort intercepts them with the Cardinal's much larger airship, A sky battle breaks out before they ram into one each other and they land on Notre Dame. D'Artagnan challenges Rochefort once more and kills him and retrieves the necklace. They return the necklace to the queen, and they tell the king that Rochefort had sabotaged the airship and that the cardinal had made for him. And the king believes them and goes on with his queen to dance as the cardinal offers each of the musketeers to be employed by him. They all say no, and he vows revenge. Then we end on a massive fleet of ships and airships from England traveling the channel towards France, getting ready for war, in a sequel that unfortunately never happened.
God, this movie kicked ass. There's so many moments that you're just like, oh, fuck yeah. I was laughing off my ass when Logan Lerman runs into the three Musketeers in order, and it's like, the first one's like, all right, duel, noon or whatever, and then the next one he's like, okay, 1 o'clock, same place, and then the other one's like 2, same place, and they're like, it's you, and he's like, it's all me. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh, he's gonna ask the next guy 1 o'clock to duel. Oh, who's gonna ask the next guy too? And then he did it, and I'm losing my mind.
I like
it
that
was good.
I like that he stays cocky throughout. He's like, all right, fine, I'll kill all 3 of you, but wait in line.
Nah, it was great. Immediately, like, after leaving his home, he fucking gets shot and almost loses, like, his life, and fucking Milady's like, which is, lame, but also quite funny. Quite funny.
Although, I will say, I feel like he got shot in the arm, and then just nothing ever came of it. Like, he's just miraculously like, it's whatever.
He's probably fine.
You see, he went like...
Jobe, you put that away. Jobe, put that away.
A smoothie?
Nice. Good eye.
To the audio-only listeners, I had Mike
okay
for the last 5 years.
God damn it.
He said it. We're like 7 minutes in and he said it.
Okay, and then I remember I was texting y'all during it.
It's 10. I don't know. But
because there was a fucking moment where there was an airship, right? And they're like firing upon everybody. And, fucking Orlando Bloom's sitting there with his 2 pistols going pew pew. And then, I gotta reload because this is, 1402 and we can only shoot 1 bullet per gun. And then they're like, we figured out the solution to that problem. You get a bunch of guns and put them in a circle so you can just shoot a bunch of guns. Fantastic!
I'll give the movie this. That was a practical thing. Like, they actually had a company in Germany build the contraption.
Oh, yeah.
The whole airship?
The mechanics
they flew that thing?
Great.
No, the gun, the multi-cam.
They built the 50 airships?
Maybe.
They built the city.
On rock and roll.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie has it all. It has love. It has fights. It has compassion.
It has lust.
No, he falls in love with her. You just don't see that yet.
Like, I thought it was going to be...
They kissed twice. Then he was like, yeah.
Well, but she's a pretty lady, and it's Tuesday.
Fuck that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep calm and collected.
That's his new character.
No way. I just, when I walked into this movie... in my mind's eye. In my mind's eye.
Yeah,
in my mind's eye,
you feel like you're there. It feels like you could blue skin
your way in. It really feels like
in.
I'm on set on the CW's The Three Musketeers.
Right. They were giving us the exposition, and I was like, oh yeah, this is serious. And then they have fucking 5 minutes of slow-mo in the first 6 minutes. I'm like, oh no, it's like a 300 kind of thing, isn't it? Because you think it's kick-ass. And then Mila Jokovic does a fucking power slide for 5 years a la The Pick of Destiny, and you're like, oh, never mind, it's one of these movies. And then you're like, no, this is kick-ass.
There's definitely some weak moments, but I think overall it's pretty good. There's some lines that are kind of okay. Like when he runs into Aramis and he's giving him a ticket and he's explaining the ticket and D'Artagnan is like, in French, please. When he's very much doing a...
No, that was funny.
It's funny, but it's just kind of a weird, it's a cringe funny, because it's just kind of it's the idiom that we use, English, please, but he's clearly speaking with an American accent. You couldn't have taught the boy French.
No, I don't think so. No, French is a very complicated thing.
Oui.
Okay, but for real, like I was saying, the cast of this movie is kind of insane for a random action movie. Is that just me? Because I feel like random action movies,
Right.
they usually get like 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 like big name people. This has like a bunch of people that ended up being like
a good amount of people in it.
They
Hey,
had a budget
Jobe,
of
you,
$75 million.
Jobe, you doing okay, buddy?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just staying calm and collected and not interrupting my fellow co-hosts.
I feel
No,
like
I want to hear your opinion.
I feel like his dad yelled at him after listening to one of the episodes or something because it's never gotten through when Marshall or Madison say anything.
Nah. I decided
Mr.
I gotta keep you
Mr.
on your
Jobe.
toes. Yeah.
Give us your opinion here, man. I want to hear the opinion of the movie from someone who's English minor.
I was gonna give my opinion. I just didn't feel the need to derail your train of thought to get there.
Chug it.
Oh my God, you're chugging.
How many chugga-chuggas do you say before you chew?
I would naturally I would say chugga 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 choo choo.
Chugga chugga chugga.
Chugga
chugga.
Three chugga chuggas sound weird, and I think it's because there's a double chugga chugga.
I'm more of a chugga chugga choo choo, or sometimes a quick chugga choo choo. Yeah.
In the scenario, how close am I to a town or a road crossing? Because I'll have to choo for that.
Do you think the conductor listens to the chugga chugga part of the train before, so that way he's not choo-chooing in the middle of a cha?
The conductor is just doing
conducting.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Wait, can you imagine?
Yeah, he's conducting.
A train full of an orchestra, and there's one conductor with the train, but there's a conductor also with the orchestra. They're gonna get so confused.
Yeah.
Man, Jobe's just not what he used to be.
Dude, whenever they nerfed Jobe and took out his fucking mental prowess, I guess, from who's rougher than meta, they had to shift over to the Marshall Trey strategy, but you gotta have the dissenting opinion from Jobe here to stir things up.
Jobe did a respect.
That's what makes a good episode great. He dropped his Riz for fucking I don't know, $6 a pay.
He went full strength build.
If you want me to walk through what I didn't like,
yeah, sure, it's okay.
Ow,
fuck my finger.
Logan.
I'll prove every single point wrong.
And I will respect.
Is that just point one?
Respect your opinion.
So I'm gonna. Well, I was getting my point across, and then I was interrupted.
Well,
it's true.
I don't think anyone's ever interrupted you in your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Logan
Lerman
is not a very charismatic actor.
Rebuttal. I can't say it. He rizzed me up. I can sense it, you look at this young D'Artagnan, flowing hair, he stabs the guard of the city.
He's got starchy, stiff hair.
He's
all hair.
The nicest white British American.
PS2 model.
Ooh.
You see the nicest British American French guy, and you're like, well, if he knows how to wield a sword, bet you he can wield other things that are sword shaped, winks. So that's proven wrong.
Nice.
Next point, Joe.
Do you remember Pierce's dad from Community? How he had that ivory headpiece? It's like that, but painted black.
I will say this. I kind of liked how we had, how they characterized Porthos, Aramis, and Athos. But I felt like they didn't have much of a presence throughout the movie. They popped in here and there to say, we're the Three Musketeers, but for a lot of it, I felt like them and their individual personalities were sidelined so Logan Lerman could be funny.
That's where I do think that the marketing is a little bit misleading, because this is very, there is the Three Musketeers that have their story. This just isn't it. This is very much D'Artagnan's story, and there is another version called the Three Musketeers D'Artagnan, which, as a tagline, would make sense because it's largely his story in joining the Musketeers. But
this is oh fuck. There's a Did you guys watch the Zorro movies
Yeah,
as kids?
I
You
love
guys
Zorro.
aren't Mexican. Okay. I went as Zorro for like 4 years in a row. Well, like, staple. There's one of them, I think it's the one with Mask of Zorro, with Anthony Hopkins and Antonio Banderas, where it's like the Batman Beyond of Zorro movies, where it's Anthony Hopkins as old Zorro is teaching Antonio Banderas as the new Zorro, and I feel like this is something along those lines, where it's like the older generation would be almost like a mentor figure to the younger generation of Mouseketeers with D'Artagnan, but we really don't see that much. It would have been nicer if we saw the older Musketeers either teach D'Artagnan something, or have young D'Artagnan use something that he saw the older ones do in a fucking fight or something. I don't know. Just something to see that he is growing as a character throughout the time. I do agree with Jobe, though. Let it be known.
Because there's the first fight with his dad where they're training, and his dad was a musketeer, so that could, play into that a little bit, where he had like that really cool move where he's like, haha, dad got you, and he's like, look below, and he has a knife drawn to his son's
how he should have won.
And that's how he should have
won. That's what I was thinking. And we all thought it should have happened.
But then
instead
he
of that
never
bullshit,
does it.
I caught the sword.
Which, in itself, it's kind of cool, but it doesn't lead to the story at all, because that doesn't happen at any point. I mean, Rochefort even, I think, gets more of a secret dagger to D'Artagnan during that fight more than D'Artagnan does, which maybe that's how he knows to block it.
Yeah.
But I still think it would be better if D'Artagnan used it rather than learned how to block it because of his father.
Yeah. Yeah. Big missed opportunity there.
It is. Huge.
I did not like King Louis, at all. And he got a weird amount of focus, I thought.
I don't think you're supposed to like him as much, but you're supposed to see that he's not... You're supposed to see he's a piece of, incompetent, but he's trying... But he's trying to be, a good person, not necessarily a great king. Just, he's trying to,
apologist, propaganda.
Yeah. Come to our meetings.
Do we
He thought that was funny. It's a +1.
That's a +1 to the movie, I guess.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks. +1 to the movie.
I thought a lot of the cast was pretty weak. Again, I'll say the three Musketeers themselves, when they were together, they played off each other, and I thought they were good, but for the most part, nobody gave really good performances.
Yeah, he's probably lower 20s, maybe 18.
Fight scenes. I don't know if we were recording yet, but I thought most of them were bad. I liked the one where they fought the guards.
The big one? The
first
with D'Artagnan?
Yeah, that was the one that I was like, okay, if the rest of the movie is this, I could probably be swung around.
I do think they do fall flat in places with it, because I think that the fight with Rochefort and D'Artagnan is the only other one that's an actual focused fight, and the rest of it's a sky battle, which is fun, but it's Musketeers. They're supposed to be sword fighting.
I also would have liked to see more of the beginning, because they had that moment where it's they all have their own way of infiltrating and it's cool, and then they kind of did that again as this is what they would do, but then they just said, no, we're not going to do that, we're going to do something completely different.
I put a pin in that whole thing because I have a gripe with that, but I will give another bit of praises about the big fight scene, is that it did also show a little bit more of their personalities through the action.
True.
Which is something I just love. We got Porthos, he's grabbing whatever he can find that's heavy and bashing people with them. We've got fucking Aramis, who's doing the prayer when he kills people.
Sending them to God.
Yeah. And he's generally a bit more elegant and graceful with his movements. And then, Athos, he's kind of just watching D'Artagnan's back.
He's in all of this, Athos is the duelist, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to explain.
Is that Matthew McFadden?
Yeah.
That's right. That's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Athos
is. It's hard to explain, but he feels. I guess if I had to pick an archetype for him, he's just the leader. He's the Leonardo
he's the
of the bunch.
Leader.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a
Sorry, I don't like.
Ninja Turtle.
I don't know if it was. It's probably just me, but I didn't like think of their actual like names the whole time. Only one I knew is D'Artagnan and Milady from Mila Jokovic, but the other ones I was like, oh, there's Bart from Lake Town, Matthew McFadden, and Ray Stevenson the whole time.
I understand
Everything. Her name sounded too French for me.
Yeah, well, because I kept thinking of like the literary elements like ethos,
Pathos.
and all like I started thinking of those, and I was getting them mixed up with each other with that. So I just started going
Man
there's
versus
D'Artagnan
man.
and the Musketeers.
That's what this is.
That is.
Well, there's multiple man.
A little bit.
And there's an airship, nature, man versus nature.
Airship built by man.
Man versus
Riddle me this,
machine.
Batman.
Um,
If I've got 4 nuts and my
Alright.
sister has 6 nuts, how many nuts do you have?
I got
2.
D's nuts.
Yeah. So, in the movie, we have a pretty weak chunk there where, like, after they get reprimanded by the king, there's just a lot of faffing. I
There
feel
is,
like.
yeah.
And then,
Faffing?
That time can be
faffing.
spent better elsewhere.
I don't think that's a word.
Like, the big scene, I guess,
faffing
that's
about.
supposed to entertain you is Mila Jovovich
Bluffing?
doing the Resident Evil thing to steal the
Oh yeah.
diamonds, but I just thought that was silly. Like,
Fathing's a font. You can buy it for $17
$17 for faffing? That's too
for
much.
fathing.
Ooh, my shoulders.
Everyone, if we get $1 from each of our subscribers, we still will not be able to afford faffing.
No, we have more followers. We just don't have that many viewers.
If we had 50 billion viewers, we could buy a fathing and maybe
then-
give some out as a giveaway.
All right, so after that, right, we have our scene where we're setting up. We get the job. We're setting up for a heist. We've got our Ocean's 11 thing that's about to happen. We've got the. I like the dueling plans. I feel like that could have been written better, where like they were doing a call and response thing to each other.
Yeah, that's what it feels like it's trying to do and not done.
Yeah, it's
very
trying
well.
to, but it's bad at it.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like they call
cut
like
out,
the
therefore his
universe
point
like
is
at
mute.
each other. Oh, do we? I cut out.
Mute.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
It's like
Stop. The
this
bus.
is the plan. Both sides say it, and then the response is what we end up seeing, which is like it's all right, but it's only like 2 steps. And for me, I like overly complicated plans that end up working perfectly. Ocean's 11, 12, like 13, just like
I'm surprised Marshall
are
hasn't
fantastic.
asked for any of those yet.
I should,
can pick
but
whatever
I
he
watch
wants.
them. I watch them all the time, so it's not like I've been like really ishing.
Ishin.
I'm s-
You're having a real bad day with that.
Ishin?
Yeah,
Or misspeaking.
Misspeaking. He's been doing it a lot today, specifically.
Dude, what is it? Ishin the Sword Saint from Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was such a bastard of a boss fight.
Okay. I didn't get that.
Just,
I need to see what else.
oh, that sounds about right. Because you're a quitter.
He looks alright when he doesn't have the stupid
The
fucking
shitty wig.
mustache and wig.
Yeah.
So continuing that, we get this pseudo call and response thing that doesn't really work, and then so they tell us the plan. They say they're going to expect us to split up, so we're going to stick together. D'Artagnan, you're going to be the guy who gets in. Whoa! Someone drove by really fast.
Yeah, they do that, even though there's speed bumps.
Yeah, they're launching that shit. Anyway, and then they say, us 3 Musketeers, we're going to be the decoy for you. Which goes directly against what Mila Jovovich was saying. And then we get there, and we hard cut to them already in the midst of the plan. Like, they're already, like, doing the carriages, have crashed into each other, and we're yelling about it, and it draws the attention of guards. Where'd they get the carriages?
They found
That's
them.
my
Stolen.
first one.
Probably.
Where'd they get all those pumpkins?
Where'd they get all those chickens?
Where'd they get all those chickens?
Pumpkin store. Just chicken store.
Marshall's got
And
an
then
answer for everything.
D'Artagnan, he then with the help of Athos, they kill one of the guards and replace him.
Hell of upper body strength.
No kidding. See, I thought it was like the rope dart in Assassin's Creed, where they went down and then, like, there was a pulley system.
Yeah, but no, it is like pull up.
Follow up. Rope dart in Assassin's Creed was always super loud. I thought, or am I thinking of the wrong one? I think it was Assassin's Creed 4, where it's like you could just like rope dart someone, but it was just loud as fuck, and everyone would hear you for some reason.
There's gunpowder tipped at the bed.
Yeah.
But I thought they were gonna like just hang the guard, like leave him hanging there, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That would have been really cool.
When the camera was panning back, I thought I was like half expecting him to still be hanging.
He's just gone. He's just fucking gone, which is almost scarier. What did that?
But anyway, where did D'Artagnan get that guard's uniform? We don't know.
Guard uniform store.
I made it make sense.
And then D'Artagnan is immediately caught and taken in to meet Will Turner.
Hell yeah.
Will Turner.
And for those of you who didn't
Bootstrap.
Orlando Bloom plays Duke of Buckingham, who they actually take him to see. He also plays Will Turner in the Pirates movie. You get it.
Will Turner. You have to say it, Joe.
You have
to say it like
wet.
Come on, Joe. Give us a Pirates of the Caribbean. There we go.
Watching that
Marshall, give us you best start believing in ghost stories.
Oh, you best start believing in ghost stories, because you're in one.
Barbosa.
Anyway, so they take a dart. They take dartboard in.
Let's take a dart.
Dartboard.
To see the Duck of Buckingham.
Nice.
And they're like, Duke's all like, "Hey, I got you here now. So what do you want, kid?" And Logan's like, "No." And there's like, "No, go on, say it." Well, there's a girl at home who will put out if I steal some diamonds.
I guess I'm really just wondering, what time is it?
Yeah, it's some stupid shit. And then the wall blows up. Boom. And they're like, "Ha! He was the decoy the whole time." And it's like, they didn't hear your plan when you were driving over. They couldn't hear you.
I know, she told you.
Yeah, like, you don't need to... That's just the script line to us,
They're
the
flying
audience.
away at Athos.
That's why I don't like it.
And you guys thought we put him in there instead.
I'm so sad Kid Marshall missed out in this movie, because Kid Marshall would have fucking loved this shit. I could just, like...
Cool,
I had an imagination as a kid, unlike, obviously, one of you two. Kid Marshall is like regular Marshall, but he's got a...
Hi there.
But he's got super armor on his side piece.
Fucking
I like the George Lopez. You know the George Lopez bit where like flashback, and it's got this head. It's like that.
That's a baby Marshall.
Yeah, but I got a super armor on my side B, and I get a third jump. But like, I would just sit in my room and play with my Legos for like 4 hours. Like, I could just see Marshall just sitting there, like, oh my god! And then he's not actually the decoy, and they're coming with the ship, and they got 50 guns on the front that spins around.
Alright, so now back to me, bitch.
Back to me corner.
Honestly, that was a great, like, stop. You just go and I just... That was fantastic.
Marshall, I think you're giving me dementia right now.
I know there was an episode where one of us, two of us were making fun of one person way too much, and that one person, it had to have been Marshall. Marshall just goes, "No, stop," and we all just go dead silent, and then we immediately go, "Can he do that?"
I remember that, because then I was like, "If I known that, I would have done it."
And then we start making fun. I think we start making fun of you, and you go, "No, stop," and we just keep over laughing.
Keep talking over it.
Good times.
But since I'm a good leader, I'll let you two get your licks in.
No. You had more.
No. Marshall's getting his licks.
That's me licking you.
You do more of the analysis. I go. Marshall goes off mouthfeel, and I go, "Ooh, this movie's kind of cool." Did you see the way he swung around with the sword?
So yeah, another thing I don't like about all those scenes, though, like I said, we're having a heist scene, and then. But I feel like they don't show us any of the interesting heist bits. We see him get captured immediately. We just see a lot of shit that doesn't matter, and it doesn't make the characters look clever, because like I said, they just lied to the audience to try to look clever, and that is... I see through your fucking facade.
I like lying.
And how the fuck did they even get that airship? I feel like that would be the most heavily guarded thing in all of
Yeah.
England.
Well,
they just have it now.
But they did clear. We don't even know if that's the original one.
They
clearly
had a
16
shit
of them.
ton just at the ready. Why they didn't chase them
that
with
was on
another
the
one?
that was down the street. I think it's because this movie had wanted to do a lot in its time frame,
Yeah.
and they wanted to have this setup and like
Well, guess
all
what?
this great action
Bad
pieces.
writing, then.
I'm not saying it's good writing. I'm just saying it was ambitious. They shot for the fucking sun, but like Icarus, not Kid Icarus, just regular
They were
Icarus,
working
regular
from
sized.
a source material.
Yeah, so it was a lot of things.
Right, it should have been a TV
I can name 6 things:
Maybe.
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship, Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
Two Towers.
Yeah, so
Lord of the
you're just
Rings
naming
Return,
good things right now and trying to compare it to
Hobbit.
that thing.
So this should have been a
2,
3-hour movie.
3. Fucking
Honestly,
Spy
maybe.
Kids
It could've
was
been.
based on my real life.
They filled that extra hour with cool action and
Yeah.
not bullshit. Yeah, maybe I would have liked the movie more. I don't
Now,
know.
and I know your answer to this because I know you. He has
So he has a sword, right? And he's really strong.
So he's doing this thing. No. So he has this really funny line that I'm sure Marshall loves, but he does this whole thing in the beginning with Constance where she's like, "Are you always this cocky?" And he's like, "Only on Tuesdays or when beautiful women are around." And then afterwards, they have a fun callback to it where he's making cocky comments at her, and she goes, "Are you always this cocky?" And he's like, "Huh, only when it's Tuesday or when there's beautiful women around." And she goes, "Ah, you think I'm beautiful?" And he goes, "No, it's Tuesday." And Jobe hates it.
I want you to know that I'm being 100%
so
honest here.
funny.
When that scene happened, I yelled "fuck off" at my TV.
No, it's so good though.
I yelled "go fuck
Now,
yourself"
here's the
to
thing.
this actor so many times
Here's the
watching this
problem.
movie.
Here's the problem with Jobe watching this movie. He refuses to get on his level.
I'm not French.
Yeah, Joe, this is the level, and you're not meeting the level up. You're not meeting the
Listen.
movie at its level.
Because that's
Listen.
funny as fuck.
Here's the thing. I'm.
We
It
started
doesn't give-
out friends.
It doesn't give me anything, dog. Like
It gives you humor. It goes,
What about the
not
horse named
funny.
Buttercup?
Yeah, well, how did you feel about Buttercup?
that was fine.
All right, fine. I thought I was going to have to slap you with
She's-
a glove and
it's a
get
horse.
shot or something.
I can somewhat appreciate that he's like standing up for her. Although I wish.
I wish you had done more.
Well, I
Wish
don't
you
know.
had done that
like,
with me.
okay, so one other thing, another missed opportunity is I feel like they kind of want to build to a thing where like D'Artagnan, he's the pure boy, right? He the Three
purebred.
Musketeers are he's I'm not gonna.
Go for it.
No,
We can cut it out.
okay, I was gonna say is like he's of pure blood, like he doesn't have any undesirables in his lineage.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's kind of
I don't
bad.
think that's, how is that bad?
Well, you know, it's kind of like
He's of good stock, good genes.
I mean, it's no different than saying something more elitist. It's not necessarily.
anyway. Let's pretend I didn't get into all that race stuff.
Let's pretend I didn't talk about the Aryan race or anything.
yeah. Ubermensch and what have you. So he's supposed to be the new kid on the block who's
Yeah.
like, the Three Musketeers are heroes and you guys are dipshit assholes, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like he gets in a lot of fights, but and I feel like it's under the guise of like being heroic, but he's always in it to be a cocky asshole.
Well, yeah. Well, his dad told him to
He's
get in trouble.
immature.
I mean, that's fine, but like, I don't think when his dad said that, I don't think he was thinking like, my boy's gonna get shot day one before he even makes it to fucking Paris.
He's just like getting a fist fight at a bar, and then somewhere he gets shot in the arm, and his dad, misunderstanding the situation, looks up into the sky. That's my boy.
Nah, his son
That's
gets
my
shot in the
buddy.
arm and he dies like Yoda. Just
And then he just disappears into clothes.
What did you think, Job specifically? This one's for Job. Hey, Job, we got a question for you from the audience. Yeah, Marshall, New York Times. What did you think of the scene where James Corden comes down dressed like a cat with little ears on and says, "Hey guys, we're out of wine," and then all of them just start berating James Corden for like 5 minutes, and James Corden, following suit, starts shitting on his own self and saying, "Yeah, don't worry. No, I'm a little pig boy. I'll go sleep out in the."
Sorry, Trace got a notification from Facebook.
Yeah,
He's got a new friend.
I messaged Bozzy. Shout out to you, Bozzy. If you're watching this, you're probably not. I did message you days ago.
Next time I see him.
He's just now getting back to me.
You what? I'm sorry, but you see what I'm saying about James Corden? Everyone's shitting on him and how he's being. And that was great. It was so fun.
Like that. You like that? Oh God, I'm so sorry. I swear, I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I am conflicted because on the one hand, it is nice to see James Corden get shit on literally and figuratively.
I'm right there with you on this.
But on the other hand, maybe this is because it's too real to me, but I don't like it when characters get berated for no good reason.
I don't like how. Don't look at me like I'm not the victim every time.
Jobe, have you seen the new Puss in Boots movie?
Yeah.
The Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I was gonna go somewhere if you hadn't seen it, which is you probably would like it, but now that you've seen it, it kind of takes my point away. So I'm probably gonna cut this out.
Wait, so I'm confused. You were hearing me make a point about James Corden, and you're like, "Oh, that reminds me, he would like Puss in Boots."
James Corden played a cat. Puss in Boots. It's a cat.
Dude, I'll tell
you can see the connection.
So I just kind of didn't like Planchet in this movie. So like I'm with you where I'm like I don't really like watching James Corden here, but I do like watching him get shit on specifically.
Yeah, I'm not so big on
literally shit on
his name.
Planchet.
I'm not super big on Planchet being a fucking asshole, but James Corden is an asshole.
What?
I like that D'Artagnan
didn't make sense.
Join in.
I can appreciate that.
What didn't make sense for me?
You can't just immediately start shitting on.
Yeah.
What's up, Marshall?
I didn't like when Mila Jovovich was getting pulled up in the chariot or the carriage, and they weren't just like, she's like, "Oh no, I'm getting pulled." Like she couldn't just jump out the window. Like
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
She definitely could have jumped out the window.
As we've seen throughout the movie, she would have. I don't know why she didn't.
All right, here's another thing.
It was a no jumping out the window zone, I think, on the road.
Break the law.
And she goes for a gun.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Her out of it.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
The thing I don't like where it's just like, you know how
Can I say something?
Yeah, go Marshall, go. Go Marshall.
It insists upon itself. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a
My thing is, if they took the gunpowder, just take the gun.
Yeah. But no, they had to make her look.
No, because they wanted to have the gotcha moment.
Like, I get that,
gotcha,
but at the same time, it's like, it's not super realistic. Like, I'm not gonna, if I see somebody with a gun, I'm not gonna take the clip and then, or like, take out the firing pin and then have them just go, aha, click, and I go, see, what you don't know is that I...
Pulls out another gun. Oh, I didn't know you had that one.
Wait, where were you hiding that?
The fucking, that one guy from Sinbad. You know what I'm talking about? You know which guy from Sinbad I'm talking about, right?
I think he thinks we're laughing at his bit, but I'm not sure.
No, because you said pull out the second gun, and I didn't know you had that one, but it's the kid from Sinbad that keeps pulling out the guns and placing them in on the dungeon. Fucking... Why do we do this if we all fucking hate each other? Alright?
I'm sorry.
I was calling him out on the thing he hates.
What's the point? We're friends.
Real quick,
right?
Have you said happy birthday to Dana yet?
What?
Have you said happy birthday to Dana yet?
No.
I haven't either. Anyway.
Let's just give him a quick message. Anyway. So yeah, I know the reference you're making. It is just like that.
I don't think I've ever seen Sinbad.
Okay, but did you hear me ask when I asked, "Are we friends?" just to make sure, and no one fucking responded?
I didn't hear that actually. You said it too quietly.
We are friends,
which is out of character for you.
Okay, so anyway, back to my regularly scheduled rant.
Wow, dude! All you've been doing is ranting, and we've been disproving every single point except for maybe one or two or three of them. The first one. I think I told you I disputed it, and then they bought all their shit from the fucking store.
Yeah, so you're wrong.
I don't know, man. It just and then okay, so another thing is Mila Jovovich is talking about what they're gonna do,
And they decide to also re-show clips from the first scene to, just in case you forgot an hour ago, when they did all the shit she's saying they're gonna do. And it's just like, this is a movie made for infants.
And
yeah, and it fucking ruled if you're an infant.
Also, James Corden says birds shitting on me, and then later off they cut off someone saying shit, like they're not allowed to say it, and I'm just like, pick a fucking lane.
They get one shit.
I don't know if that's true. That might be true.
I don't
I know
know.
PG-13.
Was it PG-13?
Yeah, you get one
And they
fuck,
didn't use
but
a
it can't
fuck.
be in reference to
Sex.
sex. Yeah.
Dude, I feel like every other time I talk with you, you bring up the fact that rule. Like, that's so often.
So,
that's what you're-
Marshall-
No,
No, no.
Marshall, I have one question.
No. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do it.
I'm apologizing.
like-
I'm apologizing.
Why do we?
I'm sorry.
Why is today's episode doing this? We've had such more visceral arguments, and this is what's doing it.
You know what? I lost. You know what?
I know.
We've lost the thread a little bit.
I know how emotional you guys get when we don't like one of your movies, but we're doing this on my movie where I don't fucking care.
Oh my god!
You
Love
care,
reminding
Trace.
us how shit you are.
You care.
I know. Joe hates the movie, and I still think it kicks so much ass.
So why don't we all just take a moment to cool off and have a patented Capri Sun break?
All right. We'll take a chill pill. We'll put a fucking pin in it.
oh wait, can I take that
go?
pen out from the other one?
What?
The
No.
scene?
Oh, I
we talked-
I pulled that pin
Oh, okay,
a while
cool.
ago.
You never said it, but we're Capri Sun break. Go.
right.
And welcome back from that patented pre-sun break. We're glad to have every single one of you Jabronacrons today if we have never said it. And we just want to say, before we get into the next half of this episode, we want to say that we love all our fans equally. We love some more than
My
others
fans
that are...
specifically are the best fans.
I don't know where he's going with this. I thought he was going to really preface that we are still friends, and then I was going to say we didn't talk about that at all.
We are friends.
We didn't talk about that.
Oh, there you go. Trace, you had a point you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, but I didn't want to bring it up yet.
Okay. Vamp. Trace, you had a point or something you wanted to bring up?
I kind of wish we saw more fights with Buckingham. Like,
We don't see any fights.
Watch Pirates of the Caribbean then,
Okay.
You cut out, so your point is
Yeah.
will be struck from the record.
No, I sounded good on my end.
Oh, that's fine. So,
Oh, okay. Cool.
so my thing is,
Write a
like,
fucking book.
with how we see him in the movie, there's nothing to suggest that he is, like, a skilled fighter like the Musketeers, but he is, like, kind of, like, a main antagonist. So I kind of like the idea that, like, we would get us a duel with him, but we never end up getting that. All of the women are very attractive, yes.
But okay, if I may, Mia
Nope.
Jajang.
Okay.
Resident
Resident Evil.
Evil lady. She's the Resident Evil lady, right? Yeah. She's not Underworld.
She looks it.
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
Resident
that's-
Evil.
Yeah.
Cat.
Get a cake back on sale.
God, she's so fucking.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mijan
The
Jajan
Fifth Element. Oh yeah. Wow, how did I not put that together?
She's from Ukraine.
She's multipass.
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 Anyway, Mila
Multipass.
Joker baby. She does her Mission Impossible scene, right? Which is dumb. But I think the worst part on it is, okay, so we have a costume on her that I think, it's supposed to be like sexy, but still 19th century France, and it's bad. It sucks. I hate it.
19th century.
Or
Is
what-
that what this time is?
No, it's
It's-
like...
Okay, Jimmy, pull up French Revolution.
It's like mid 1600s. As stated in my summary.
I don't know. I just played Assassin's Creed Unity. And that takes place in the present,
I just go to school here.
Anyway, the point is, her costume is bad and she should feel bad.
Because he's Louis VIII, and his reign was between 1603 to 1640 something.
when he died of AIDS.
No, I think it's tuberculosis or something.
Imagine dying from TB. Couldn't be me.
1601 to 1643.
So, Marshall, you liked Mads Mikkelsen's character, right?
Extra pulmonary.
Dude, I think Mads Mikkelsen does a great job in everything I've seen him in, from this to Death Stranding to Rogue One to Hannibal. He's just a great actor.
Deception.
That's not even him that says it, but he does. Whoever the actor is, I think is it
I'm thinking of Fantastic.
Force Whitaker, right?
Yeah.
It's just Mads Mikkelsen is very good. He doesn't have, I don't know. To me, he doesn't like do a lot of different characters. He's just like the stern. Am I just fucking talking to the wind, or what the fuck is happening?
You're
not active listening, guys.
He plays the same character in every movie, you feel like.
Yeah, but
and I'm not going to dispute that point. But you still think
he's a good actor.
But he's good at it. That's the thing. He does a good job.
I'm just saying he could never play Shadow the Hedgehog. Unlike Keanu Reeves.
I feel like he could. I feel like if you gave him a Shadow the Hedgehog, he could do Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Give him a shot at Shadow.
He can do like Tail. He could not do Tails.
What about Shadow from Homeward Bound?
Which one was that?
The one where they go missing.
No.
Is that the cow movie?
Oh, that was the Golden Retriever.
You're thinking of Home on
That's
the Range.
Home on the Range. Dude, we're gonna watch Home on the Range.
Dude, you can pick a movie literally whenever you want. I looked like him too.
Yeah, you did.
Shout out Noah. He never listens.
It's the jacket.
So, this part's gonna need to get cut.
Noah, stop here. Go ahead.
Again, and that is why we are no longer friends. Podcast over.
No one told me this.
Transition. Oh,
if you're gonna tell me this, I have to break up the friend group. I brought us together. It was B.
I assume that's the
I'm
direction
the
we're heading. Because Marshall,
if he's not the one to break up the friend group, he's not gonna get closure.
I'm the horse glue that holds us together.
That's not true. If anything, I'm the glue.
I was a privileged kid, as much as I hate to say it. I was privileged as a young child. Yeah, we were the elite. I fucking snobby motherfucker right here. I had a leap stir and a leap pad as a kid. Educational toys for young kids. You know how it is. And the fucking
Leapfrog.
Yeah. But part of my Leapster, they had put a little game cartridge in and play the fucking game, listen, watch the movie, and they talk about vowels. Dude, what's the fucking frog from Smiley and Friends?
Mr. Frog. What the fuck is happening here? I hate that show.
Oh, Mr. Frog.
Oh, look at me. I eat the bug. I ate the bug. I love you.
Marshall's talking about how privileged his fucking life was as a child.
Well,
and I'm never gonna let him forget that he ate fucking worms. He's that privileged and still chose to eat worms.
Yeah, but he did it for the experience.
Humble beginnings.
My new thing with new thing with my wife has been, whenever we just drive around, I just bring up how my life sucked as a kid more than her.
Mass,
because you ate worms.
Masson, who was violently beaten by a dog.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, sorry, my life sucked more than you, honestly, I think. I'll just say something like, my mom did let us have chicken nuggets for 4 weeks or something like that. My mom called it the chicken nugget ban. And I'm like, it's like
I don't know, even on this long tangent, and I'm still waiting to see if it relates
I'm
back to
dying, and this is just what my brain soup is trying to come up with.
I'm still seeing if he's gonna loop it back around to us talking about the movie.
And that's why I think...
And that's why I can relate to D'Artagnan.
No, I was gonna say that's why I can relate to Louis the Fifth or whatever the fuck his name is. He's just up in his high chair. He doesn't know how to operate in the world. But that's the difference. I ate worms. He didn't. That's why he's dead. I'm alive and making a cool podcast with my best friends.
He probably did eat worms
at
some point.
Fucking Louis.
Making a podcast. No, wait. I said making a podcast with my best friends.
Aww.
We're friends again.
We did it.
Reunion tour.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
Fine. You want it? We'll get it.
I
will.
Hey,
Trace, you
if
had
you
a point
were-
to make.
No, I haven't.
well, I was just gonna say that I know you don't like King Louis in this, and I don't necessarily like him either. I do like him and D'Artagnan's relationship as friends, and how that kind of it doesn't grow a whole lot because we don't get to see it grow that much. But I like how he kind of is comfortable with him right away. But I also like the whole thing where he's just like an insecure kid, and when he doesn't know what to say, he just looks at the queen and all of her mistresses, and he just goes, "Look, I'm wearing blue." And I'm just like, yes, you look good.
Here's the thing.
We started out friends, started podcasting,
Yeah.
and the end came. But now we are friends again.
Since you've been gone.
We're now friends again because Marshall said, "Here's a
I don't know,
tennis ball."
Maybe my problem with King Louis is just I feel like he has a smooth philtrum.
My problem with King Louis is that he's fucking French. Shout out to our French listeners.
I don't know if we have any.
Love you guys.
Might.
No, I don't think we did. We got one guy from Germany, or he's using a VPN.
He's using G.I. Joe.
G.I.
We
Joe.
have somebody who is. I think we have somebody who is French but lives in Canada.
Who? Name one person.
I'm not gonna out him, but his name's Banana.
You're not gonna out him as
Yeah,
French?
Yeah, I would never.
So, but no, if I could be real, I don't know. It's just like
Okay, I'm real.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Marshall's impression of being real is opening his mouth and stancing up. Anyway,
You haven't seen me stance. Oh my god, Joe. I'm sorry. Do you remember what was it? Fucking when I worked at the theater and I did that impression of my manager. He would I don't know what he called it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Where he would come at me. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
you're gonna have to show me.
He was like hunch over. Look.
Oh yeah.
It was so.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Jobe doesn't know what the fuck is happening either.
No, he knew though. He knew.
After a while.
Listen, the Cinemark days are they're far in the past. What was the one guy that smelled
Bober.
like Bober?
He was a homeless guy.
He was homeless. I don't remember that detail, but
I think I have the hiccups, guys. I'm
He
sorry.
probably deserved it.
anyway, the hiccups.
Yes, because that's actually paints me in a better light than saying he deserves to be homeless.
So what I was trying to say, I guess what I'm trying to get at is they keep on trying to do this ooh quirky thing with the king, and it's at the same time it's like it's the king. It's literally everybody's job around him to make him look good. So who the fuck cares? Go fuck yourself.
Well, yeah, everybody's just constantly like, "Oh yes, King, you whatever you said is right."
And his other thing is, he's like, I need to show my wife. I want my wife to like me.
Like,
It's
she
like-
doesn't have to. She legally is
Yeah, it's
forced
like
to.
you're already married. Fuck off. You're a king in France 2025.
Close 1600s.
Yeah, so it's like you can just. Well, I don't want to say have his way with her, but
Well, but like in that kind of culture, it was just if she doesn't like him, she gets killed.
yeah, I feel like realistically, in a historical context, when she enters and she's just like, "You need to do this with these boys," he'd just be like, "Shut the fuck up! The men are talking."
It's true.
Not that that's a good thing.
No, that's just how it was back then. Oh, poor
I'm
guy.
so sorry. Can we give scores? Because I feel like we're
wait.
hitting our time.
I know I can do this. One second.
I mean,
One second.
we're gonna have to cut a fair bit of this out.
Yeah,
Trace
'cause-
did go on that long anti-Semitic rant. That I'm
So I remember that.
Marshall,
Stop, guys. I'm crying.
Marshall hiccups for
where's
the goyim.
Toothless?
Remember that? Did you see
It's
that TikTok he sent?
Rocky.
Toothless
No,
fighting.
Trace never watches the TikToks I
No,
sent
I
them.
think that one I watched.
Which one I sent? I sent a lot.
Rated them today.
You went through and graded them.
Yeah, most of them.
You didn't tell me this.
Well, I figured you'd get a notification.
Did you? I didn't get a notification.
I just went in and thumbs up the ones I liked and angry
Oh, so you
face.
didn't like
Oh, you
rate
did?
them.
Oh, I thought you were giving it like a rating out of 10.
I mean, I can if you want me to.
Yeah, I don't see them.
No, it's okay.
Marshall sees. Okay.
That's the first one I liked today. So
Oh.
Oh,
I didn't like
me with my Weenor.
There's 2, 3.
I did like Weenor. Anyway,
There's four.
this all needs to get cut out. This was nothing. I'm sorry.
No. Your dad loves it
Everyone.
when we do bullshit.
No, he
This
he,
movie
he
was
hates this fucking show. He wishes we would stop so he didn't feel obligated to listen anymore.
He has better things to do with his life.
Yeah,
This
he's lost
movie-
$13 million.
Everyone, shut up.
This podcast.
I'm
Overall,
upset, Marshall.
this movie
So
is
much.
shit. 3 out of 10.
Wait, did you say 3?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought this movie was fun.
For fun.
It was a fun movie. Had a great time. I'm gonna say it's a 7.4515151. Fuck me, god
Can't
damn
even
it.
talk right. You're gonna listen to his opinion? Oh, there he is.
I'm gonna listen to my own opinion. I'm a goddamn man. All right.
Hell yeah, bro.
God, fucking
There's one tomorrow. I probably won't go.
Marshall, would you
what?
smooch your wife tonight?
I'm gonna kiss my wife and a little forehead.
Give her one from me. Tell her Jobe
Uh,
sent it.
No.
Alright, fair enough.
I think the movie kicked ass, and I gave it an 8 because it does have some faults.
Wait, that's like the
Exactly.
highest-
No, it could have been a 10 out of 10.
Okay, well, that's the highest you've.
Well,
rated
we'd
in a
like to
long
thank
time.
all our
I don't know
Jabronicorns.
if that's strictly true.
This
Hey,
next
Marshall.
episode we are doing,
One sec, Marshall.
it's a Joe
I
pick.
get
We are
Edge
watching
tomorrow, an 8.
a 8 Crazy Nights Adam Sandler flick for Christmas, the holiday season. Holy fuck, guys! Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and catch us next week. We watch 8 Crazy Nights. Have a good time, y'all. Bye bye.